Hello everyone, batching into today's first video. We're going to have a look at the weather for next week, 10 days for today's first video. That's going to take us to around the 1st of June, actually, day 10, around 1st of June. We'll be able to extend out beyond that. We extended GFS and ECM ensembles. They run to around a couple of weeks. And we're having a Beijing Climate Centre today for the next 40 days. That's going to take us well into the second half of June. So I'll get on that for you very shortly. Just to say that the second video update coming up later on, we'll be having a look at the Bank Holiday weekend in detail. It's the last update for Bank Holiday weekend. That's going to be released later on this afternoon. Tonight after 11 probably, we're going to have our latest forecast for America. New feature that we're developing at Gazov is a weekend forecast, United States of America. So just to see how we get on with that, see if we build up a little bit of a following. But yes, that's going to be released tonight later on. And, of course, European Outlook will be released first video up tomorrow. So it's going to be a busy day. I'll get all of the updates for you in a moment. But first I'm going to do is say a big thank you to our latest YouTube channel member. So hello and thank you very much to latest channel member Alpha SB. Thank you so much Alpha SB for becoming our latest Gaz Weather's YouTube channel member. That's absolutely fantastic. That's absolutely great. Thank you so much Alpha SB for doing that. Thank you so much SB. So if you'd like to become a channel member for Gaz Weather's, all you need to come to Gaz Weather's YouTube homepage, click the join button, or you'll see the join button with all of the videos as well. It'll take you through to another page, and there you can sign up, see what benefits you'll get for becoming a channel member, and also sign up. If you can't see the join button, workaround is to find a link within the description, and that's relatively easy to do. And also we link to the join page on the homepage at gazweathers.com. So it's relatively easy to get to it. Big thanks to all of our channel members. I've been absolutely amazed by how many channel members have signed up for this. We've been doing it for just over a month now, and I'm always amazed and blown away by the response that you give me. So thank you so much to all of channel members. Thank you so much to all of the patrons and all of our PayPal donors as well. The support has just been absolutely phenomenal. And just a big thank you to all of you. Our promise to you is that we're going to keep recording, we're going to keep uploading, we're going to keep live streaming, we're going to keep bringing you all of the written content that you like at gazweathers.com as well. And we're going to keep going through this crisis, and we're going to get to the end of this crisis, and we'll be stronger for it. We'll come together as a community, I think. So just thank you so much, everybody. I can't guarantee that the live streams will always work out. If you were listening to last night's live stream, or yesterday afternoon's live stream, you'll know what that refers to. But if you didn't see it live, do play it back. It is actually quite funny, really, what happened. But it all sort of it all fell apart, and it was a bit of fun though. So I don't suppose I'll ever live it down, really, that one. But it was quite funny. I can see the funny side of it. It just started. It started very, very bad, and it got worse from there, really. So have a listen if you didn't manage to see last afternoon's live stream live. It is quite funny. But more seriously, thank you so much to all of our channel members, all of our patrons, all of our donors. It's absolutely fantastic, and special thank you to Alpha SB. Thank you so much, SB, for becoming a channel member for Gaz Weather Vids. Right, we're going to move on, and we'll start off looking at the latest observations for XC weather. So it is cooling down today, but it is still actually very warm down in the southeastern corner. We've got 28 degrees flashing away there. What is that station? So that's Calais, 28 at Calais, so actually over the other side of the channel. But it's still pretty warm in the southeast corner. Wattisham is at 23, Manchester is at 23 as well. Lydd is at 20, Langdon Bay is at 20, and moving up towards London, it gets up to around 24 there, 23 at 23 at Luton, 24 at London City Airport, and 24 at Heathrow. So we're still sort of hovering in the mid-20 Celsius. They may tick up to like 25, 26, won't rule it out. Up in the northwest, it is a lot cooler up there. Glascarnock is at 10 degrees. and Tunnel Bridge is at just 11. That's a sign of things to come. By tomorrow we will all feel a lot cooler and fresher, but the warmth is hanging on by its fingertips down in that southeastern corner. There hasn't been many thunderstorms. We wasn't expecting many. We did try and do a storm watch anyway in the live stream yesterday. I think that section of it did come out okay. We never really expected a great deal of thunder. There could be a few more storms sort of getting going this afternoon across the far east of East and South East England. But you see, but mainly this is blown up in the North Sea. You can just see here that it's mainly blown up just to the east of us for these heavy showers and thunderstorms off the East Anglian coast and the East Coast into the North Sea. So maybe a scattered shower or thunderstorm somewhere across East Anglia and South East England this afternoon, but a little bit disappointing from a thundery side of things. Central temperature is looking like this. So we're currently sitting at 11.3. That's an anomaly of half a degree above average. It's provisional to the 20th. It's provisional to yesterday. So despite all the very warm weather we've had over the past few days, actually we're not all that far from average. We're around half a degree above average. Obviously it's going to go up more over the coming days, but it doesn't look like it's going to be excessively hot. I wouldn't have thought, but it is going to be above average. I think we'll probably finish up somewhere around high 11s to low 12s probably. So let's say somewhere from 11.8 to maybe 12.3, something like that. So it's going to be a warmer than average month, not as excessively above average as some of the months this year, but it won't be as above average as April, I would have thought, or January or February. But we'll see where that comes in at the end of the month, of course. These are the 500 millibar height anomaly flow charts from the Penn State University for the next week to 10 days. We've got the ECMWF on the top and the GFS, which we'll have in a moment, is on the bottom. So 500 millibars is an area in the absolute high pressure and low pressure are being moved around by the jet stream running above. Red extrapolates high pressure blue to low pressure. You can see that with the ECM we've got this area of above average height sitting over the UK and out into the Atlantic as well. It also stretches to our north. Quite a deep area of low pressure up towards Greenland and Iceland. But we're on the warm side of the jet stream. Jet stream's pushing north, and we're still basically anti-cyclonic. So the ECM is more or less keeping us under high pressure through to day 10. GFS is very similar. So again, we've got a trough of low pressure just up to our north, and then we've got this ridge of above average height sitting over to the south country. It's a little bit more westerly, perhaps with the GFS as we get towards the beginning of June. Just a little bit more westerly, a little bit more showery, perhaps for northern parts of the country. But overall, it is still quite a strong anti-cyclonic influence that we see there, both from the GFS and also from the ECM as well. And so these are the upper air temperature and precipitation ensembles from the GFS for the next couple of weeks. The red line is the 30-year upper air temperature average for London. Looking at London's air, wetter central. So you can see we're very warm at the moment. Temperatures are still holding up. We're still hanging on to warm temperatures for a few more hours. They will be dropping through the end of the week and into the start of bank holiday weekend, and then lifting up again as we move through the bank holiday weekend into the early part of next week. So there is a warm-up coming up through the early part of next week. And possibly another one, actually. As we go into the first week of June, there may be a few hints there of another warm-up beginning to appear through the early part of June. That's very extended range stuff, however. Precipitation-wise, lots of dry weather coming up. There could be a few showers coming and going, but it looks pretty dry ready for next week in London. Maybe something a little bit more substantial there around the 28th, 29th of May, and then pretty dry again as we go through to the end of the month. Basically, that's a very, very dry ensemble ready for the next couple of weeks. Very few precipitation spikes. Bear in mind that's for London, so it's going to be a little bit sheltered from the Atlantic. Will be one of the drier places, but even in the north and west I wouldn't anticipate all that much rain really. There will be rain coming and going, and particularly tomorrow actually could be some quite wet weather in the northwest, maybe through to Saturday as well. But overall the emphasis certainly for the south and east is on high pressure and a continuation of dry conditions. Temperature anomalies from the 29th of May overall on the warmer than average side. Going to be a milder than average week coming up. And precipitation anomalies wet than average for the northwest of Scotland, drier than average though for England and Wales, quite substantially so. So the high pressure fest goes on really for England and Wales. It is a little bit more unsettled up in the north. That's how the GFS is looking for. That's how the GFS is looking for Sunday. So on Sunday, we're already building the Azores high back up from the south. We've established this in earlier videos. High pressure soon comes back from the Azores, and so by the time we get through to Bank Holiday Monday, we're back under a nice ridge of high pressure. Going to be mainly dry and potentially very warm on Bank Holiday Monday with loads of sunshine. Tuesday as well, looking very dry and warm really through most parts of the country. High pressure is dominating the weather. To Wednesday, the high pressure could just start to pull out to our west a little bit, might allow some showery rain into the north and west, but overall we're still under high pressure really. And in a week's time, that's only this is Thursday, 28th of May, so a little bit more showery up in the north, mainly dry under the ridge of high pressure down in the south. And moving up towards day 10, there's very little change here. High pressure just continues to rule the roost. High pressure rules the roost as we come up to day 10. And even beyond it, the high pressure just goes on. It's proper high pressure. There's high pressure just goes on, ridging in across the country. Not necessarily all that warm, because we're probably pulling the air in from off the Atlantic, but it's certainly very, very pleasant. And of course, the emphasis continues to be on very dry conditions. Later on, we try and turn things a little bit more unsettled as we come to the early part of June. But even then, it doesn't really, we don't really see a breakthrough of those unsettled conditions down into the south. So even up to as far as we can get to with GFS today, which is Saturday the 6th of May, it's still mainly dry and warm in the south. Northern areas are just a little bit more showery. Loads and loads of high pressure emphasis on that GFS run, I have to say. It looks really dry, particularly so for England and Wales. This is for GM, so again, high pressure building up from the south on Sunday. As we go through into the early part of next week, again, we're under that big area of high pressure, and temperatures are warming up quickly as well, probably pushing back up into the mid-20s Celsius. The high pressure fest goes on into the middle of next week too. Some sort of trough dropping in from the north there on Thursday. It's a week away, so it's quite a long way out, but some sort of trough dropping in from the north. That might be the triggers for some heavy showers and thunderstorms, and that will cool us down as well behind that trough. However, look at this. Day after that, go through to Friday 29th May, and the high pressure is just coming back in off the Atlantic again. This high pressure is very, very rooted to the UK and indeed to the northern parts of Europe as well. That's how we finish up as far as we get to, which is Sunday the 31st of May, not 1st of June. Sunday the 31st of May is day 10, and we're still under this big area of high pressure. Really, of our weather system is coming in to the far northwest. The ECM looks like that. So again, high pressure pushing up from the south as we go through into Sunday. It's in control as we get through to Bank Holiday Monday, giving us really dry and warm Bank Holiday Monday probably. Again, we're going to look at Bank Holiday weekend in detail for today's second video update. Tuesday, again, high pressure fest carries on. Wednesday, very little change, high pressure dominating weather. Could be getting really warm down in the south. I'm not sure how hot the temperatures are getting here, but I think at this point we could well be lifting the temperature like into the mid to upper 20s Celsius. I wouldn't be at all surprised if we were. Then the high pressure sort of moves over towards the east side of the country. Again, that could be lifting temperatures sort of mid to upper 20s Celsius. So the east side looks quite hot to me through the middle part of next week. Upper air temperatures aren't that spectacular though, but I think we'll probably be, I think we'll get temperatures to mid-20s anyway in the May sunshine. I'm not sure about upper 20s, but certainly mid-20s will be possible in that May sunshine. Suggestion, just a little bit of a Foundry breakdown there around Friday the 29th. So most models are agreeing on some sort of interruption again to the high pressure fest sometime around the 28th, 29th of May. They're differing on the exact day, but they're all sort of in agreement that some sort of interruption might take place around the 28th, 29th of May. However, by day 10, 31st of May, we're back into the high pressure once again, really. So if we do get an interruption late next week, I don't think we'll have to wait very long before we get ourselves back into high pressure. Basically, the option was on the table within the ECM ensembles today for day 10, getting us to the 31st of May. 51 out of 51 members of the ECM ensembles are going for an area of above average heights to be sitting over the country with some below average heights up to the northwest. Jet streams push northwards as well. So it's mainly anticyclonic, quite dry and pretty warm, you would have thought, up to day 10 with the ECM ensembles. Signs of a little bit of a change as we get through to 2 weeks out. It's a long way out, of course. It's for the 5th of June. But we do have 23 members of the ECM ensembles, and includes the control run as well, interestingly. 23 members of the ECM ensembles just bring the trough of low pressure in across the west of Europe. So that would be quite a bit more unsettled be quite a bit more unsettled than what we've had for quite some time. And if you watched yesterday's video, you know that CFS V2 weeklies were also hinting at possibly some lower pressure through the early part of June. So maybe we're seeing signs of a bit of an unsettled spell setting up during the first week of June. It's a really long way off, though. 16 members of the ECM ensembles with low pressure up to our north. High pressure is out to our west. Winds are sort of westerly with that one. And then 12 are still hanging on to the high pressure, still have this big ridge sitting over country. Winds are coming in from the east. Given what's happened this spring, that would be my favourite option, really, for 12, that we have just here with high pressure going on. But I suppose at some point we're going to have to go into a more unsettled spell. We can't keep this continuous high pressure indefinitely, I don't suppose. But we shall see where things go into early June. You know, when we get a little bit closer to it. Finally, got Beijing Climate Centre, so these are 500 millibar heights, and they're broken down into 10-day periods. The first 10-day period is going to take us from the 21st to the 30th of May, the coming 10 days, dominated by high pressure above average heights extending through much of northern Western Europe. So the emphasis is on high and dry, really, through the rest of May. There will be interruptions. Tomorrow we're going to get one. Actually, there comes some gale force winds in the northwest of Scotland tomorrow, and a cool down as well. But overall, as an anomaly for the next 10 days, high pressure is controlling the weather. Next 10-day period takes us from the 31st of May to the 9th of June. Again, see a lot of high pressure sitting more or less over top of the country. The next 10-day period shows a little bit of a change. This is the 10th to the 19th of June. Some lower heights up to the north. The higher heights push it down to southwest. Just going a little bit flatter, perhaps. A little bit more westerly. Possibly a bit showery up in the north. And then go through to the final 10-day period, which is the 20th to 29th of June. Possibly with the above average heights beginning to push back up from the south again. But average heights drifting northwards. Jet stream is going northwards too. That will probably be taking us back to drier and, if anything, warmer conditions again as we move through to the latter stages of June. So we do see a lot of high pressure here indicated. It's a real high pressure fest with the shorter range models for next week and going up to the end of May. And the Beijing Climate Centre has a lot of high pressure going on there within those 10-day periods as well. Just a little bit more of an interruption perhaps around the middle of June. But really it's a case of high pressure continues to rule the roost, I think, for the time being. And there will be interruptions, as I say. We will get an interruption tomorrow, for example. But overall, this looks like we're set up a prolonged dry spell, of course, already. And we may even have to start thinking about sort of droughts, actually, for more southern, southeast parts of the country. Could we start going into a drought as we move into the summer? We'll have to wait and see about that. But certainly things are very dry now. And for the south, anyway, there's very little sign of significant rain in the next week or two. Right, so that's it for today's first video update. We'll be back later on with a look at Bank Holiday weekend, and then tonight we're going to have that forecast for America. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please like, share on video and subscribe on the channel. Have a look at the live stream that we did yesterday. It is quite funny how it all worked out. Yeah, if you want to have a look at that, then do so. You will probably need to skip on through the first 20 minutes, so and I'll say no more than that. And tomorrow we've got JMA Friday, week 10 of the update, and a weekend forecast for America coming up. Lots happening over the weekend website as well. I'll go through all of that at the end of one of tomorrow's videos. Next live stream will be on Sunday at 5 o'clock, when, talking of Beijing Climate Centre, we'll be showing the Beijing Climate Centre 500 millibar high quality forecast for the winter 2020-21. So that being the live stream on Sunday. Hopefully that one won't fall apart. Right, that's all for now, though, and thanks for watching.